I'm David Vincent, and you're watching T-Mobile Music. It's mostly, it's just a lot of internet. People get on the internet and all of a sudden everyone becomes a critic, which is good. They should decide what they like, but also we're going to decide what we're going to write, and that's what we do. Listen, I think everyone is entitled to an opinion, and I certainly have my opinions about things as well. But again, creativity is something that you go with it. We don't sit there and think so much about, what should we, we go with it, and things come out in different ways, and people have things that they like and better than others, and we have a Morbid Angel is a big band. We have a lot of different kind of styles and sounds for many, many years, and that's who we are. I don't want to get too much into lyrical meanings and stuff, because I really want people to just, to interpret it for themselves. Some people, there's multiple meanings in it, but it's a very, it's a very broad, diverse record, and in a lot of different ways. But it's really about what we've always been about, strength and power, and finding it in different ways. I missed it when I came back. When I was gone, I wasn't thinking about it so much. It's the way my mind works. But when I came back is when I realized, wow, I missed it. I do. But not just me. All fans of metal, all fans of any kind of extreme music, really all people, because it's getting harder and harder to do things these days, and when it becomes difficult to be an individual, and individuals, people who think for themselves, I think have a greater command of their lives, but it's difficult to do that. You have to be defined. You have to stand up and everybody's doing this. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. And when you stand alone, people, they'll speak bad about you, or they don't, the strength in numbers. Groups of people like to be in a group because it makes them feel more powerful, when sometimes one person can be more powerful than a whole group. So when you think differently about things in life, you have to celebrate that, because it's a victory. I mean, it's when you have to evolve. It's a growth process, and when you evolve, and you realize that not everything good in life comes from the drive-thru at McDonald's, and more people are waking up more and more these days, and that's wonderful for me, because the only thing that I would ever encourage anyone to do is to think for themselves and to grow as a person and become more powerful. Lack of evolution. Stupid ideology that has no place in this world. Organized religion, bullshit politics, greed, lack of evolution. Music that's from the heart, and that music that is able to touch people, will always be good. It'll always be popular. If you talk about a genre, then no genre is successful. There's a few individuals within any genre that are great, and scenes come and go every day. I mean, there's this scene and that scene, and you have thrash metal was very big for a while, and then that went down, and the bands that are still around have grown beyond the scene or the title of thrash metal. Slayer, Exodus, Megadeth, Metallica, bands like this they're still here, even though quote unquote thrash metal is not, that was big in the late 80s. So again, it's not about the style of music, it's about the quality of the music. When I first heard the track, that was the first thing that came to mind. That just right out of the box, and then I went with it because, yeah, it is too extreme. And is there such a thing as too extreme? Not really. It's kind of a not a joke, but it's kind of, yeah, this is too extreme. And some people have said, yeah, well, it's, But the funny thing is that some people, that's their favorite track. So and as you said, it's very, very diverse. The opinions on this record are very diverse. It depends on which country they're from, and it depends on what is their listening background, what is their age group. Different people it's very interesting. Mm-hmm. Not that we planned it that way. We didn't really plan anything. We just, here's what we have, and let's just do it. And it's interesting.
You don't sell products,
Well, listen, again, you just pointed out yourself. I mean, when you talk about a commercial success, if that were my main goal, I would probably be doing something completely different. But we do what we are inspired to do, or we do what we're called to do, and that's what I do. I speak to Pete on a regular basis. He's doing better than he was. But I'm guarded when I say this, because these types of injuries it's not like you have a headache and then you take an aspirin. It's a long period where, he is starting to play again now, but he can't play for hours. He can play for a little while, and then he starts getting sore, and then he has to stop. So which is better than it was, because it was 15 minutes and then he had to stop. So now it's getting, he's trying to push himself. Excuse me. He's trying to push himself to get his strength back up, but you don't want to push so hard that you re-injure something. So it's guarded. Of course, we wish him the best. He's a long-term, he's a family member, nearly. We're good friends. We've worked together for so many years, and none of us are happy that he's had these challenges. But you have to, at some point, you have to say, okay, well, yeah, this is the truth, and how do we deal with it? I hope.
Did ever bring
Well, no. Well, because 2012 is on its way, and whether that's the exact date or not, there is more chaos happening. And it is, when you ask me what are the things that upset me the most, everything that upsets me the most is right there in that song. And it doesn't only upset me, it upsets some of the watchers from afar, who they think it's a joke. They look at us and they think we're a joke. Why do we still have such stupid religious beliefs? Why do we have stupid wars about stupid things? Why is the political environment so stupid? Why are we overpopulating the earth so much to where there won't be any room? Everyone will be like this and just standing in a place because there won't be anywhere to go. Why do we do these things? Why? We should all be smarter than to continue making the mistakes of the past, but we just keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and that will be the reason for the end.